Hi, welcome to Bipolar Boxing Picks. This is Nick. This weekend we got Mickey Conlan versus Luis Alberto Lopez for Lopez's world title. I'm so happy that Mickey Conlan's getting another shot at a title so quick with having that. I think he's had two fights since the Lee Wood fight, and he looked all right. But I'm glad he got his career back on track, and it didn't take that long because I was kind of worried about Mickey for a second. Like I was worried everyone was going to forget about him after that, and I was like, man, what was it like 90 seconds or something like that, less than 90 seconds it was, and he had the title all wrapped up, and we'd be singing a different song here. But it actually worked out for everybody. Like I love this little kind of tournament style that they're doing because I would imagine they're just setting up the winner of this fight to fight the winner of the other fight that's going on at like the same time as this fight with Lee Wood and Mauricio Lara. So I'm happy for Mickey Conlan that he's getting his chance back. And Luis Alberto Lopez, I'm assuming he's got a great fan base in the UK because they just keep bringing him out there ever since he beat I think it was Isaac Lowe. They tried flying him out there to lose to Isaac Lowe, and that didn't work out too well. Even though Lopez might have been a little favorite in that, 'cause I just remember I threw a lot of money on Lopez. He was an easy win for that, because that was after I got screwed because I lost a lot of money on Lopez when he fought Gabe Flores Jr. I had Gabe Luis Alberto Lopez was, I believe, a 12-1 underdog against Gabe Flores Jr. when I bet Gabe Flores Jr. And nobody really knew who Luis Alberto Lopez was. I looked at some film of him. I didn't like what I saw with the hands down style and everything. I'm like, dude, oh, this is why they picked him for Flores. Because, that's the point. Like, Flores was only like 10-0 or something like that, and they were showcasing him on ESPN. So they were trying to get him a win. So they're handpicking their opponent, and they picked Lopez. But, man, Lopez just didn't stop coming forward. It's just, I was sitting there watching the fight, and I'm like, Flores is so much better than this guy, but yet he's getting absolutely murdered. Absolutely murdered by this guy, and I didn't understand it until you see Lopez fight a few times. You don't get his style, but I finally get it now, and so I bet him heavy against Isaac Lowe, and then I bet him real heavy against Josh Warrington because they got good odds. I just Luis Alberto Lopez, he deserves his respect. But get into this fight. I just in this fight, in a fight like this, I'm just 9 out of 10 times. Just give me the more technical fighter. Give me the guy who can win this fight on points pretty easily, and that's Mickey Conlan. Mickey Conlan's got the amateur background. He's gonna be able to, in my opinion, he's gonna be able to expose the style of Luis Alberto Lopez. Lopez is very good at what he does. He has that come forward style. He's very awkward. He'll come at you with his hands down. I don't think he's going to respect Conlan's power. He doesn't have a great knockout ratio, but I think Conlan does have some power in him, and I think he can keep Luis Alberto Lopez off of him. And I just think it's going to be a mistake of Lopez to just keep jumping in there and swinging because I think Mickey Conlan's defensively sound enough. Like when you have all those fights in the amateurs, you've seen all these different types of styles. Like he's seen Luis Alberto Lopez style is very rare what he does, but Mickey Conlan has to have seen that in the amateurs, and so I think he'll be able to figure it out in the pros, and I think he'll be able to figure it out pretty easy. This is a fight where they got it pretty much the guys in Vegas got it like a 50-50 fight. They got Mickey Conlan at -135. And I think it should be a little wider. I like Mickey Conlan. I like him a lot. I think that his value has been brought down some after that Lee Wood fight. But in my eyes, like the Lee Wood fight, I still see him as he won that fight. I understand he got knocked out. I recognize that or whatever. But like I still see Mickey Conlan got the better of him that night. So, but that always works out well for the value of the fighter within his next few fights. And that's what I see happening here. Like Lopez is on such a high that you can't have him that big of an underdog against anybody in the world right now. So all that value is gone on him. Even though the value he had against Warrington and everything, it's all gone because of the way he's performed. So now I believe he's overvalued, whereas Mickey Conlan's undervalued. So just give me Mickey Conlan here to win a decision, and I'm even gonna say like I think that's gonna be wide, especially with him fighting in. Well, I don't even want to say like he is fighting in Ireland, but Ireland. I mean, shout out to Ireland for having a very fair decision last week with Katie Taylor versus Chantal Cameron. Chantal Cameron won that fight. I don't care what you had to score it or whatever, but Cameron won that fight. So, and I can't believe they didn't give a draw. Like, I bet Taylor in that fight, and I was just hoping for a draw, was all I was hoping for. Same thing with the Lomachenko fight. Like, I bet Lomachenko, I was just praying for a draw, but I didn't think either one of them won the fight. And I don't understand the outcry for that Lomachenko scorecards. I don't get it. I bet Loma too, dude. We all lost money on him, but Devin Haney won that fight. I'm sorry. But that's for another day. But yeah, shout out to Ireland for not getting that decision wrong last week. So this week, I don't think the judges will have to work that hard here. If Mickey Conlan executes his game plan, the fight's gonna look a certain way, and it probably definitely will go 12 rounds. But he should win them pretty wide. And that's actually what I see happen. I would go with even I'm going to say 9 rounds to 3, or maybe like 8 rounds to 4. But I don't see it being any closer than that because of the way I see the fight going. But hey, if you're Lopez too, and like Lopez's style works out, where man, he's just coming forward. I mean, to be honest, he'll probably knock Mickey Conlan out if he executes his game plan, and Mickey Conlan's fighting off his back foot all night. He doesn't have the sting to keep Lopez honest. It could be a short night for Mickey Conlan, or Lopez could win a wide decision. But I see one of the two of those things happen, and I don't see this being a very close fight. I don't see it being a war or anything like that. I see it being pretty technical from Conlan's side, and a lot of Luis Alberto Lopez late getting desperate and just overswinging on his punches. Like, that's what I think is going to happen is early in this fight, I think Conlan will just pick him apart fairly easy, and he's going to build up some rounds where, like, you get into round 5, and I think Conlan will be up, or round 6, Conlan will be up, 4 rounds to 1 or something like that. And Luis Alberto Lopez will start getting desperate. And the way he lunges in with his punches already, it's just going to be worse. If you couldn't hit him in the first few rounds, you're probably not going to hit him in the later rounds either. And it's just going to be worse, and you're going to be swinging wider. And that's where I think Conlan can win easy rounds and win a wide decision in this one. But, I mean, it's also another one of those fights where, like, don't go crazy with this fight. Like, yeah, I'm very optimistic about Conlan winning this fight, but every time I get optimistic about one of these 50-50 fights, you got to step back and look. Like, Vegas has this a 50-50 fight for a reason. And hey, I can't see it right now or whatever, but I always when I think I know a lot more than everybody else, like you got to stop there and check yourself for a second and be like, this fight's a 50-50 fight, so don't go crazy on this fight. But I feel pretty comfortable in saying that Mickey Conlan's going to get a win here in Ireland, and I believe that sets up him versus Mauricio Lara, which I think is an amazing fight for the sport, and I'm sure Lara doesn't mind traveling. They'll have that one out in Belfast too. But enjoy the fights tomorrow, guys.